Hey YouTube, coming at you with Holiday Cup team. I did get my rating. It is 2100. I was actually quite surprised. I had a record of like 115 or 120 wins and like 70 losses, and I got 2100. So I was actually quite surprised. I thought it'd be a little higher, but oh well. It's actually better than I started last year and I hit Legend, so I'm not worried about that. But yeah, so I got the rating. The team was a double Astonish team. I talked about in a video Friday about how strong Drifloon with Astonish is, and I was like, is there anything else I have that could like just hit hard like that? And I have a Pumpkaboo, and I'm just like, okay, double Astonish user. So I'm like, okay, my first thought was like, I'm gonna be weak to like Wigglytuff. Their main normal typing is Wigglytuff, so I'm gonna use a fire Pokemon. So I used Marowak first, and then there was like some problems with it. There was like a weakness I had problems with. I forget what the weakness was. Maybe something like Ducklet or something. I had some problems with it, and then I was like, other normal typings were causing me problems, so I just put in double to kind of deal with all those. So let's look at the battles. So Marowak mirror match. So straight into my Astonish user, right? You want to try and draw out a normal typing and get hit with a Joltik. Luckily, I am at an Icy Wind, so this will take out, and that's great. Oh, I'm triple weak to Dark too. Sorry, that's why Marowak is also a ghost that makes you triple weak to Dark. So that is why I put in a normal typing to deal with the Darks. But it is Ducklet in the back. So we are still just trying to chip as much as we can with this Fire Spin resisted Bone Club here. They're going to shield. I'm a Shadow, they're a Shadow. It makes sense. Like they just need to, and they have no Pokemon left. So this is where the shields are coming in. But now this is where another Astonish user comes in. Pumpkaboo does not hit nearly as hard as especially a Shadow Drifloon. So the Astonishes at times feel underwhelming, but you do get to the moves, the Foul Play and the Grass Knot, the first time the same as Icy Wind. So it takes 15 turns altogether there. So it's not the worst. But yeah, I just felt like Pumpkaboo's Astonish damage was sort of underwhelming compared to the others. So same thing, Drifloon. Safe swap here, try and draw out something, and I draw out a Charm user. Holy smoke, Shadow on Shadow action is absolutely destroying here. So we're going to get to the Icy Wind. Any chip is good. Just likely grab a shield. I now have a Fire Pokemon on this, but my Switch Clock is not up. So let's just go in immediately, because that's exactly what I tell people not to do. You hit with the Weather Ball, resisted, so that's nice. But again, even resisted, that does so much damage. And now I got to worry about a Fire Spin down, even resisted, because I took that damage. So they shield, which they do. Now I'm like, do I shield and try and get a Bone Club off? Because if I come in, yes, I'll hit Astonish super effective, but I'm also a Grass. So I shield and come in anyways, and I have an Amora in the back. So I do get to move, not as quick as they do though, which makes sense, 15 versus their what, like 10? So it makes sense that they get to the move first. But I will have a super effective Grass Knot, which should KO here. Now the question is, who's going to take who down first? And the Astonish does come through before the Fire Spins do. Golbat. Tough. So I stay in this matchup. I'm getting hit. Why am I staying in and not coming Astonish user? Because you probably need to try and draw out a normal typing here. So I don't love this. And it's their own Drifloon in the back. So I finally come in a little slow. So now I got to shield this move because this will be super effective. And the damage is already starting to add up here. So I will take them out here. Man, I hope it's just this little cup with this stupid takeout animation. It is so annoying. So now this is going to take me out, even though it's resisted. My Marowak is too low. So I have to come Pumpkaboo and just take super effective wing attacks. And they get another move off, and I can't really take this move, so I'm going to be down shields. Yeah, Pumpkaboo is very underwhelming, actually. And it is a Lotad in the back with Razor Leaf. So kind of fast move damage team. The Golbat, not so much, but Razor Leaf and Astonish user in the back are definitely trying that strategy of just hard hitting fast moves. And unfortunately, I do get taken down there. Sandslash is a fantastic lead. So now I just need to make sure I keep switch. So let's see what they switch into. Miltank. Oh, yes. I'm also having problems with Miltank. That's why I put in a normal double, because like rollout user, a normal user that is also a rollout user. Rollout hitting super effective on the Marowak, and the Astonish is being resisted on here. So I think maybe this one or the one after is when I'm like, oh no, this is not going to work from a team perspective. So I put in double. So we get to the move. I have not had as many one turn come in issues as I've seen in the past like week, where it is just one turn leg. Seems like no matter what here. So you're always going to be one turn behind when you come in. So they eventually get out into Wiggly, so I got to kind of just stay in here. But Wiggly is definitely going to be sort of overpowered against this. Yeah, so I like Drifloon. Marowak still has play too. But I did not like Pumpkaboo, and the team just kind of was limited. So put in double to help. It helps a bit in some of these matchups. I saw a few more Wigglies, and I saw other normal typings and stuff that the double was able to deal with. So take that out, but now they've got enough health to take me out. So here comes double. Amora, right off the bat. Rock, weak to fighting. Out comes Ninetales. Kind of a risky instant swap here, and I do get taken out because I'm half a turn behind here, so that's unfortunate. And oh, I remember this. I do get taken out, but not because I'm a half turn behind. We simultaneously KO each other. Now, of course, if you are just looking at the damage here and you see a Pokemon just standing there, you will assume, crap, I just lost Switch. But no. The game is just so screwed up that we actually simultaneously KO each other. And I'm guessing on their end, they see me still standing. So they decide, I have a Drifloon in right now. I'm gonna come back in and beat it with Amora. Amora. But I'm like, I'm going to come and beat this with double. So we both come in super quickly because we just think the other people are still alive. And now it leads me back to this matchup. So this is the first time I like really saw something that like really affected. The other times it's a visual glitch and it's annoying and it does affect you sometimes. But this was the first one where it's like a simultaneous KO where both seem to be alive to the other person, but we're not. So that was just kind of, I was going to say funny, but it's not funny. It's pathetic that this is the state of the game. Wiggly comes in. I do get a couple double kicks off, and I do grab that shield, which is huge. Because although Astonishes are resisted, Pumpkaboo should hit hard enough on this Grass Knot to take out a Wiggly. Again, Charm is going to be pretty overpowered in a baby cup, but it's glassy. So Grass Knot, even lowered attack, will one-shot there for the win. Marowak, kind of tough, but again, we have Drifloon and another Astonish user in the back, so instant swap, and they instant swap as well. And they instant swap into a Joltik, which is running Sucker Punch, which is a dark type move. So at least I'm not triple weak to dark now, but I am double weak to dark. And double kick is resisted. So I come in here, which I don't think is the right play. I don't know. Double kick is resisted, so I don't think I could take it down, and then the damage would be a lot on me too. So came in with a neutral type move. Marowak would hit super effective here, so this is just looking like a top left. They have a ghost and a bug, which has caused me a lot of problems here. So team's a bit flawed. Not one I would recommend using, honestly. So they take me out here, and now my double kicks are, I think, double resisted. And now I'm just kind of screwed. I got a shield because everything's so glassy. They have a spin in the back, which would be nice in general, but not when you're behind shields and behind on health. So this was shielded, and they'll take me out here or trip me to within like 1 HP. Okay. Go Lurk, bad, but again, 2 better answers in the back. And 2 Astonishes going through there doing an insane amount of damage. So I will get to a move here. They're probably likely to shield their Skarmory. So now the question is, does that lowered attack help me take this out? And it does. So I live with 1 HP and they are taken out. You can't see that because the game is stupid. Get off the Icy Wind on the Lit Leo. It's resisted, but that's fine. Get a double kick user now on the normal typing. I did lower their attack, but will get off the Body Slam anyways just to force that last shield or take them out. And they get out into Go Lurk. And again, another Astonish user. Don't want to take a super effective Shadow Punch, so definitely will shield. And hope I can get to the move for the Lit Leo. If not, then my... and they throw because they're super low, so this game's over. So I'm trying to figure out what I want to... There's still a few more battles. I'm just trying to figure out timing for videos here. What I want to do and when and what's on next week. I think it's open next week, all 3. Okay, Cottony, terrible lead. So we're going to one of our Astonish users. The problem with these fast move damage Pokemon, if you do not have a great answer for them, you really struggle. So like, I don't have an answer for Charm and I don't have an answer for... Yeah, I don't have an answer for Charm. So it really adds up on these Pokemon in neutral situations. Yeah, it's open next week from the 24th to the 31st. Okay. So I could do like a year wrap up on the 31st. Okay. Anyways, Lit Leo comes in. So I do get any chip is good, right? Resisted and lowering the attack still does like 40%, which is insane. And I get to the move and I'm going to force their shield or take them out here. And they do decide to shield, and it's still the Cottony. So I'm going to come in with my Astonish user and just try to chip as much as I can. They get to a move, so I should let it go. I do let it go, resisted. Eventually go Grass Knot because I get stab on it. Same type attack bonus. So this will chip a good amount. And it does chip it within a couple HP. So I can double kick down, come out with a move. I have a shield anyways. Why didn't I throw the Body Slam? Why am I going for the Wild Charge? I don't know. Be just a jerk for some reason. But I'll Wild Charge for the win here, even though I do not need to. Body Slam is more than enough to take this out from this range. Chinchou. They get out into Wiggly, right? And again, this is okay, but it's not amazing. But it's enough that I can just stay in here and try and chip as much as I can, and they shield. And that's the problem with Wiggly. If you don't have an immediate answer to this thing could just double shield you and just take switch. And that's exactly what's going to happen here. I'm going to have to shield their Swift. I do get a Body Slam off. This will be my second one. They're likely to shield back and then just overpower here. And that's exactly what happens. They double shield. So now I need to get to a move here, but the quickest move I'm going to get to is 15 turns. So I'm going to have to take a lot of charm damage and probably shield a move here. Yeah, so I'm screwed, right? If you don't have an answer for these fast move damage Pokemon, it can get out of control. So I do get the Icy Wind off, but the damage seems to be done on this Pokemon. And it is another Ice type in the back, and I am double weak to Ice in the back, so this is pretty close to a top left. I think we have like one more battle. And it is a Dunsparce, so great lead. They get into Cottony. You know, I don't even know if this is the right play. I guess it is because I have the Icy Wind. I can lower their attack and hit super effective. And they let it go, which is actually huge. They will come back in here and just roll out down, which is too bad because this will do a lot of damage and get some energy. I'll just come in immediately. One turn to, like, I should get a double kick through. I should get a 3-turn. I should get a 3-turn double kick through here, but I get a 1-turn delay and no fast move goes through. The state of the game in Season 20, ladies and gentlemen. So now I'm going to just try and chip with Body Slam. Maybe takes it out from this range, but they decide to shield. So I'm going to shield the drone back. I'm going to put this low in case I do need to Astonish down. And they come in Golett, so this is decent in the fact that I can do a bunch of damage, but you know, they can also just take me out. And now I'm not going to get to a move, so I think I'm going to be taken out here. I think they're going to get to a move here and take me out. Yeah. Okay, so that is it. For sure, at least one more Little Cup team tomorrow. Maybe viewer submitted. And then I'm trying to figure out whether I want to do like my wrap up on the 23rd here or do it on the 30th next week. I guess it makes sense to do it on the 30th next week and just do another Little Cup team. Unless there's like some events that I need to cover later. So it's Great League, Ultra League, and Match League next week. So we'll do a top teams and stuff on the 24th. But, you know, Christmas Eve makes it a little tough. I've already done number 2, part 2 of the holiday event. We got a New Year's event starting on the 30th because that's when New Year's starts. So I'll do that on the 29th. It's just a few day event starting on Monday the 30th to January 1st. A hatch day. Are we going to cover a hatch day? Hell no, we're not going to cover a hatch day on the 29th. Yeah. Megsby. Haven't we already had the hatch day for these two? Megby and Ellie Kid. And it's just for these two, so we're not going to cover that. There's no point of covering that. January Community Day is January. We'll cover that closer to. It's the first week of January, so we'll cover that closer to. When does this challenge start? January 3rd. So we got a bunch of events to cover pretty early in the new year. And Mega Galade probably won't cover that. That's later in January. Okay. So on Monday, you'll either see 2 Little Cup teams or a Little Cup and a wrap up. But I may just save the wrap up till the 30th. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, that's it. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one.